So something I've been seeing and something I know that's very interesting for a lot of people is what's happening in Russia. I know you've talked a little bit about that and the reliance of a lot of European countries to Russian oil. What's happening there? Is things going to change? How does it play out?
Well, yes, it's the basic dynamic I said. So when you dramatically restrict investment, production, and transport of fossil fuels domestically, what happens is there's less in the world, but in particular, you become dependent on foreign production. This is particularly true in Europe, which we seemed, particularly unfortunately Democrats today, seem just desperate to emulate despite kind of an obvious failure of their policies. So what happens is Europe needs, in particular, a lot of natural gas. They use a lot of solar and wind, which one of the problems with it is the main problem is it goes up and down all the time. It's erratic, it's unreliable. And the thing it needs to support it is natural gas, because natural gas is very good at going up and down quickly in a way that coal is not as good and nuclear is certainly not as good today. So they are hugely dependent on gas. And you would think, oh, well, maybe they would take advantage of the fact that the US has developed the greatest natural gas technology ever, namely fracking. But no, when Europe saw fracking, what did they do? They preemptively banned it everywhere, right? So, okay, UK ban, Ireland ban, France ban, Spain ban, right? So they banned it everywhere and they did nothing to import it from free countries. And so now they're totally dependent on Russia. And in particular with Germany, I mean, Russia can kill a bunch of Germans basically on demand, and they know it. And so what are they going to do in the face of Russian aggression? So we need to be taking a lesson for this. So let me say, there's a lot of negative stuff here, but there's a real positive thing here, which is that two developments. One is that we're in a uniquely teachable moment about energy because people are realizing that the anti-fossil fuel policies have created a big problem. This is why Biden is so desperate. You look at his recent move, not only is he begging every dictator he can find in his rolodex for oil, but he is also claiming that he has done nothing to restrict fossil fuels. I do not think even he was capable of this. But what it shows is that the world is open to the idea that we need fossil fuels and that we need more of them. So crises are not good on their own, but they are a teaching opportunity. So I think there's a unique openness to new lessons about energy. And then the second thing that's going on that's very fortuitous is that what we're seeing with my work, but also work of many like-minded people, is the people who are looking at energy in this full context, big picture way, we're really starting to win the debate. So if you look at the past several years, there have been several blockbuster books by people who are looking at the big picture. So for example, Michael Schellenberger, he wrote Apocalypse Never. Steve Koonin wrote a book called Unsettled. Bjorn Lomborg wrote a book called False Alarm. And, I had Moral Case for Fossil Fuels, which was a New York Times bestseller. Now there's Fossil Future coming out in 3 weeks, which has also been selling like crazy, even 3 weeks before it's out. And what the thing is, nobody has any answer to us, because when you look at the full benefits of fossil fuels and when you look at the side effects carefully, it's obvious that you need more fossil fuels and that these net zero anti-fossil fuel policies are wrong. So I do think we have this incredible opportunity right now where we're in a teachable moment and we're seeing that this line of argument works. So I really want to encourage you to arm yourselves. And there are some really good resources, including, I would really impress upon you, there is a website called energytalkingpoints.com that I created. It's a free website, and you can look up any topic and get immediate talking points. The other thing is, I know either up there or here, many of you have cards. I would encourage you to fill out those cards. You can get a free lifetime premium subscription to Energy Talking Points. You get a free copy of this new book if you want. So I would highly encourage you to do that, because if you have access to these materials, you'll be shocked at how effective you will be. And again, the moment is perfect. We're in a teachable moment. We have more resources than ever before. We know these resources work. So I'm really excited right now, and I would love, that's part of why I came here on no notice, because I thought you guys will be excited about this too.